Hello, welcome to the E11 Show. I'm your host, John Maloney, and in this episode, I have brought on regular Risk 11, who will join eventually. But as for our guest, he's from New York, he is a YouTuber, and he makes videos that brings on the wise wisdom of words, that brings on today's society. And he's only 9. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Andrew Wang. Hello?
Oh, hi.
So, how's life?
Oh yeah, life is good.
Great. So, have you been up to much?
Well, I just came home from a walk uphill.
Okay. Was it a good walk?
Yeah, it was good. I live right next to a rainforest.
Oh, nice. So, what got you started making YouTube videos?
Well, I always had a passion for talking, and I started filming videos because I always liked watching those toy videos, like Ryan's videos. So I decided to make my own. Yeah, I don't even know what YouTube channel that is. I don't remember. And then one day I decided to start another YouTube channel because I wanted to actually talk and show my knowledge for sharks. So I created Andrew's World, and yeah, I never checked that one anymore because it sucks. So then when I started traveling the world, I decided to do travel vlogs. And then I
Okay.
made 2 travel vlogs on Bow Down to King Fluffy, which is now called Andrew's Blah Blah. I made 2 vlog videos, and then I started talking, and no more vlogs. So when I started talking, I started getting a lot more views, but still I was not famous at all. I barely had any subscribers. All my subscribers were my dad, my mom, my sister, and myself.
Hmm. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
But then I started getting a boost of subscribers, which I wrote down in my notebook, and it started getting better. But still, it was a terrible YouTube channel, so I decided to change it. So I deleted all of my videos, and restarted it. So I created my first video and one of my most controversial ones. My Putin is going to start World War III soon. That video. And it's my most popular one, and it's also my most controversial one. I mean, if you look in the comments section, then you're going to see a lot of hate comments. But I continued doing it, but the topics I was talking about are the things that was going on at that moment. So people started watching my videos because that's what they were actually trying to look for. And soon I started gaining more subscribers. I used to have like 6 subscribers when I gained those 2 other ones. And now, yesterday, I just reached my 100.
Great. Fabulous. What do you like about being a YouTuber?
Well, it's on YouTube, it's pretty easy for me to spread my word out because every single day, I think anybody who has access to the internet and knows what YouTube is would go onto YouTube and look at YouTube and do their stuff. And there's a pretty high chance they're going to come across your video so that you would be able to show them what you want to tell them. And on YouTube, that's a really good place to do it because everybody is looking at YouTube, waiting to see what videos are new and what about the topics that they want to learn about. And and just like that, it's pretty easy for you to find some people and to spread the word out.
Okay, great. Have there been interesting people you've met?
Well, there are a few interesting people I've met, not on the internet, but like whenever I travel, I'm always meeting people. Nearly none of my friends are kids. Most of my friends are adults.
Okay. What is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
That I know more than a child should.
Okay. And was being a YouTuber something you always wanted to do for your whole life?
Yeah, like ever since I was born and started watching YouTube videos, I would not ever do anything unless I would watch a YouTube video. Then I would do the thing. And I always had these YouTube channels that I really wanted to follow. So I started my first YouTube channel.
Great. Are there any YouTubers that you want to collaborate in the future?
Well, there's the Odd Ones Out. He's really good at just talking. Like, that's literally what he does, talk.
I agree.
And yeah, that's basically about it. That's all I want to talk to.
Okay. Good, great choice. If you had to choose between skydiving, bungee jumping, or scuba diving, which one would you choose?
Scuba diving. I love the ocean.
Ah, yes. I love the ocean too. The Great Barrier Reef and Pacific Ocean's weather. Yeah, I would do that too. What do you want to do when you retire?
I would like to never retire.
Great. Great response. Have you ever walked into a wall?
No.
Okay, good. It's never fun when it happens. So, are there any trends that you followed when you were younger?
Well, some of my trends were basically whatever anybody else would do. Any other kids that I know, whatever they do, I would do. And I did not like that at all. That was my most punished time ever.
Ah, okay. Hello, you made it just in time, Risk.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've asked Andrew a couple questions. Is there anything that you want to ask him, Risk?
Not at the moment, no. I'll jump in if there is. Keep going, Jay.
All right, cool. So, what is your biggest pet peeve?
What?
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So have you lived in New York your whole life, or have you lived somewhere else in the US?
Well, I'm currently in Puerto Rico because I'm traveling. And I wasn't born in New York. In fact, before that, I lived in a different town. So I lived in Bronxville, right next to John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
Okay.
And I was born in California. I went to Texas. I went to North Carolina. I took a few trips to Bronxville. I moved to Bronxville. And then I moved to New York City. Then I moved to Austria. That was a terrible time. And then I moved to Puerto Rico.
Okay, that's very great. Have you met anyone famous? Like in person?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, what are you doing right now, Andrew?
Well, I'm traveling, I'm making YouTube videos, and I now am doing interviews,
Okay. What kind of interviews are you doing?
answering questions.
Okay. That's great. Do you have a favorite meme?
What?
Do you have a favorite meme?
No.
So you're right with any kinds of memes?
Any kind of meat that isn't human meat, because I don't want to be a cannibal.
Oh, no, not meat. Memes. MEME.
Oh, memes. No, I don't like memes. Memes are dumb.
Oh, okay. Oh, oh, sorry. Oh, that's too funny. What was the worst hotel you stayed at?
Probably in Austria. In Austria, it was in Innsbruck. It wasn't my worst hotel I didn't even stay in. My mom booked it. And then the day we went there, they said, no, you can't go in. Why not? You can't. Then can we just have a refund? I mean, we just booked it yesterday. No, but we paid $900. We keep it all.
Yeah, I don't get it either. People are just so petty these days.
Yeah.
So, throughout your career as a YouTuber, what were your high and low points?
Well, my lowest point ever would probably be back in Austria when I made videos there. All those videos are deleted. And when I was doing it, I would talk for a few minutes and I do it every single day. And like for each video, I would get 4 to 3 views, 5 if I was lucky.
Okay.
And then my biggest high point was when I deleted all of those videos and restarted it. And that's the state of my YouTube channel right now. And yeah, it's been 24 days and I have 100 subscribers.
Wow, you're doing very well for yourself.
Yeah,
So, if your mind was an island, what would it look like?
it would probably be Puerto Rico.
Okay, so is like Puerto Rico something that's currently on your mind right now?
Yeah, I'm only thinking about stuff in Puerto Rico. Like when I was in San Juan, the forts, I thought of military history, and I still think of military history, and I still think about history. And when I came here, I started talking about the rainforest and thinking about it. And also Puerto Rico, it's just real, everything is in it. So, and my mind, it has everything in it.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Great. Would you consider yourself to be an extrovert or an introvert?
Well, I really like talking to people. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Okay, great. So, is there any habits that you want to get rid of?
Well, there are a few habits that I really need to get rid of. Like, I am improving in my behavior, but still, sometimes my mom tells me to do something and I'm always saying, wait.
Okay. What kind of music do you often listen to?
I don't listen to music. I don't like it.
Oh, okay. So, if you could live like anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I honestly have no idea. Maybe in the United States of America, because as for what I've heard, that's literally the best place.
Okay. I thought for a second there you might say Puerto Rico because that's the only thing I've been thinking of right now. So,
But yeah, I do like Puerto Rico.
yeah, this is a pretty good place to go. What was the last good book you've read?
That would be Long Way Down.
Okay. And what is that book about?
A Long Way Down is about this boy. His name is William, or Will for his friends, as he says. And his brother Sean has just been murdered. So he decides to follow the rules that his neighborhood had taught him. So he doesn't cry, he doesn't tell anyone. And then he gets revenge. And while he's down in the elevator with his gun to get revenge, on every floor, he's met with a ghost who tells him about what happened to their lives when they followed the rules. And then at the floor that he's going to stop at to take revenge, all the ghosts come and challenge him to make his decision. And then the book ends.
Okay. Who was the last person you've talked to?
My mom.
Okay. What was the last lie that you were told?
I guess that Alyonka has a volcano.
Okay. And you realized it didn't have a volcano?
Well, I actually knew it the entire time, but somebody was like, "Hey, up on Alyonka there is a volcano," and I was like, "Can you
No, there
please
isn't.
look it up on Google?"
Yeah. So, what was the meanest thing that someone had said to you?
Meanest?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would probably be that girl from school, and she was like, "Hi, yellow," because she was acting racist because I'm Asian, so yellow.
Yes.
And but still, there's one good thing to that, and that's how I got one of my favorite jokes. I would be like, because if a racist came to me, he would say, "Hi, yellow," and I would be like, "I'm a bit more tan than yellow."
Oh man, that's that's a good joke. I like that. What's the best pair of shoes you own?
What?
What's the best pair of shoes that you own?
The only one I have. It's these white basketball shoes that I'm always carrying around. And they are broken, but I'm comfortable with it.
Okay, great. Where was the most relaxing place you've been to?
Puerto Rico.
Yes. Puerto Rico's a great place.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that Puerto Rico is also the most beautiful place you've been to so far?
Yes, it's the most beautiful place I've been to.
Okay. Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
Oh yes. I remember back in summer when I used to be in school. I'm homeschooler now. And I'm always into these cryptids and monsters, especially the ones from Trevor Henderson. And I'm always talking about Siren Head. Siren Head doesn't scare me at all, but then there's this other one, Cartoon Cat. Yeah, it's pretty hard for me to sleep.
Okay. What has been your most awkward moment?
Oh yeah, awkward moments. I love them. I've got two. So I don't know which one's more, so I'll just say both of them. So the first one happened in basketball camp. That's what my mom calls it. And one of my teammates was named Andrew Wayne, and he was also Asian and also into sharks and also into talking. He was literally a copy of me, except he was 1 year younger.
Okay.
And then there was this other time, like back in karate school, and whenever our sensei would come to tell us a story and tell us about the word of the month, which was like discipline, courage, and kindness, and all of those things. So a lot of the time they would shout story time. So I was like, heck, next time I'm gonna shout story time. So the next time they call to make a circle so that they can talk, I shouted story time and nobody chanted along. And I was like, well, dang it.
Yeah. Oh man, this is giving me vibes. I had many awkward moments like that myself, like in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could make one wish right now, what would it be?
That people would stop treating other people as not people.
Okay. Any reason for that?
Because one of the things that I fight for is civil rights. Sometimes I do, like, especially because there are a lot of racists out here. But then there's another thing. Most adults are what I call ageist. Like, if you're young and you're asked, what's a tax? And the adults would be like, oh, you're too young to know about that.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Because adults, like mothers and fathers, they treat their kids more of pets than humans.
Oh yeah. I remember that feeling when I was younger.
Yeah.
Is there a song that you really like, but most people just find it terrible? Oh yeah, you don't listen to music, don't you?
Well, there is this one song that I used to listen to, and everybody else thinks that it's terrible. So it's this song by an animator who's friends with the Odd Ones Out. His name is Something Else YT, and he made this song called I'm Something Else, and it goes like na 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 na, and everybody who I shared the song with was like, You like this? Wow, you have a terrible taste of music.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that. So, where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
Getting started. I'm only getting started.
Okay, I respect that. Yeah. So, do you ever sing in the shower?
No.
Okay. Have you broken anything?
Yes, a lot of things.
Okay. What kind of things you broke?
Well, I've never broken any windows. Well, I have broken a window. Like, I did not want to do basketball because I really don't want to do it. But my sister was like, you must. So she pulled me outside and left me outside and she locked the door. So I started banging on the window and, ow, there must be a lot of cuts there.
Okay. Okay. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve?
Peace for the entire world. No more wars, no more violence.
Yes. No, that's something I absolutely agree with. Great answer.
Yeah, especially right now.
Yeah. I just hope that I hope that everything just calms down and we can all just live our normal lives as we should.
I know. I just really want Putin to stop.
Yeah. He's gone off his loony anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah. Mhm. What's the best way to travel?
by plane. By plane whenever you're crossing the seas. Uh, but if you want to admire the ocean for a longer amount of time, then try taking a boat. But if you are on land and you would like to see all the sights on the road and you won't need to break your legs, then you can just take, I'd say, a golf cart. They're really popular here in Puerto Rico. But I personally, if I want to walk a short distance to a place, for example, the rainforest nearby, I would just walk.
Hmm. Okay. Great answer. Any questions you want to ask Andrew Risk?
What?
I guess that's a no then. Did you have any role models growing up?
Yeah, I had a lot of role models. One of them would be my dad. He's not one of my role models anymore. He's a bit weird sometimes. And also, so one of my role models would be the Bangtong Boys. I think that's what they were called, for short for BTS.
Okay, that's great.
I would just listen to them every single day.
Okay,
But not
great.
anymore. Not anymore. I barely ever say the words BTS.
Ah, yes, okay. How much time do you spend on the internet?
Well, on a daily scale, I guess basically 4 hours would be spent outside, and the rest of it would be either I am sleeping or I am on the internet.
What very precise schedule. What's your strangest hidden talent?
What?
What's your strangest hidden talent?
I don't have one.
You don't have any hidden talents?
No.
Okay.
Besides
So,
speaking, and that's not even a hidden talent. That's why my YouTube channel is called Andrew's Blah Blah.
okay. I guess that makes sense. So, if your life was a meal, what kind of meal would it be?
I guess a bowl of rice and peas.
Hmm,
Because I
great.
like rice, but I really hate peas. And because sometimes in life, you're getting good stuff and suddenly, ugh.
Okay. So, so what do you think has been the best movie of the year so far?
Well, I don't have one. I don't know what movies have just been released. So I'd say none of them because I don't know any.
Okay. What superpowers do you wish you could have?
To turn my head 360.
Really?
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
There's this YouTuber who has the same opinion, but literally, if you want to do anything, if you want to negotiate with anyone, and for example, in an argument, it would finally be, you would be like turning away so that you can walk away in frustration, and they would be like, you're such a dumb person. And then you can turn your head 360 and be like, hi.
Oh yeah, that'll freak him out.
Yeah.
If you could travel back in time, which decade would you live in?
I guess I would really want to live in the 20th century, like at the time of World War One and World War Two. But if I have enough antibiotics for the time, I would live near the time of the Black Death.
Very, very bold choices, I must say.
Yeah.
What was your most stressful what was the most stressful situation that you've been in?
Probably my conversations with my mom.
And what kind of conversation do you have with your mom?
Sometimes I talk about politics for some reason. Sometimes I talk about in the world. Sometimes I talk about my YouTube channel. But all of them, if it continues for more than 30 seconds, then it's probably going to boil down into anger.
Yeah. What's your biggest regret in life?
I honestly don't know. There are too many things I regret.
Okay, that's cool. What was the biggest risk you have ever taken?
Buying a bunk bed.
Okay. So, what was the craziest thing you've ever done to attract a crush, if you have one?
I don't have any crushes.
Okay. Well, someday you'll have one.
I don't want to have one.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's
And
just really awkward.
that's fine. I respect. That is fine. So, I got one last question. Let me just find it. I think I've pretty much answered nearly everything. Oh, here we go. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well, it takes, you need to see what exactly a sandwich is. And in my mind, a sandwich is a bread with some filling inside of it. That could be vegetables or meat or sauce. So I guess a sandwich, one of the types of sandwiches could be a hot dog.
Okay. And I think that's all we have for this episode. It was great having you here, Andrew, talking about what you do on YouTube and so on. It was great having you.
It was great being with you.
You're welcome. And until next time, stay tuned for more.